Why did the Democrats vote to oust McCarthy as Speaker? McCarthy showed himself to be an unreliable negotiator and reneged on his agreements with Democratic leadership. A better question would be, what reason do Dems have to keep him around? McCarthy never really had control of his caucus. As the majority party, Republicans have the responsibility of leading. They could not, and cannot, put together a coherent agenda. So Democrats took the position that McCarthy was unreliable. He was weak, so he could not deliver on promises or make deals. Democrats need to draw clear distinctions between their party and the Republicans. Doing deals with McCarthy would make them a part of the Republican circus, would not be productive in helping them achieve their agenda, and they would be attacked and blamed for everything anyhow. Look what happened over the weekend. Dems worked with McCarthy to pass a stopgap resolution to keep the government running. Instead of building on that, McCarthy went on the Sunday news shows and attacked Democrats. That was the last straw. It's the Republicans' mess. They need to clean it up. He isn't willing to work on anything. He caves at the last minute, which isn't how government should work. The Speaker should be able to have a measure of an ability to control and direct the party. He couldn't do this either and bent backwards for 9 people. McCarthy was very clear that he wasn't going to give the Democratic reps anything at all, and that all the House GOP BS, e.g. impeachment hearings where they can't find a single witness who'll testify under oath to having seen a crime, and their document evidence is a photoshopped and edited text message chain, will continue. The Democrats aren't going to bail him for him to continue to support this BS. They've made it clear to the 200 supposedly normal GOP reps that they're happy to run a government with them by consensus. All they gotta do is ask. Or, the 200 supposedly non-extreme GOP reps can fully hand their balls over to about a dozen lunatics and show America exactly where the GOP has taken itself. Answer: they don't like him. He reneged on a deal made with the White House. He rehabilitated Trump after January 6, and getting rid of him will cause Republicans to consume a news cycle or 3 with a fresh dumpster fire of infighting. Win, 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 win. McCarthy authorized an impeachment inquiry on the figurehead of the Democrats. They owe him nothing. They sent signals that they were open to a deal, but he turned them down. They had no incentive to support him. The GOP looks really incompetent right now, and that bodes well for them next year. At this point in the drama, the Ds just need to sit back, pop some popcorn, and watch the cage match to the death for entertainment. This is not a good look to the moderates and independents voting in 2024, so why bail them out? The Ds will never change. The Rs at their current state of stasis. Change will have to come from within. This bloodsport could result in a win for the moderate path, the saner path. After that, maybe they can start trying to govern this nation as the majority, like they were elected to do, instead of focusing on short attention memes, sound bites, clicks, and infighting. If that happens, maybe the Rs can elect a leader with a backbone, not McCarthy, who knows how to kick someone like Tuberville's ass in while teaching him an embarrassing lesson on just how stupid and dangerous his abortion-themed military blockade is for the country. College football is simple with a small team run by a dictator governing a superpower, and its global military machine ain't. Ultimately, the worse the Republicans look, the better it is for the Democrats. They really have no incentive to stop McCarthy from being the shortest-lived speaker in over 140 years. Was just about to post this same question. Thanks. Dems saved his ass only for him to go around town and to every camera telling everyone the Democrats were at fault for the shutdown. They weren't gonna file a motion to vacate, but they weren't gonna let it go to waste. Why would Democrats prop up the guy who started a totally bogus impeachment proceeding? Why would they prop up the party that voted against infrastructure money but then campaigned on what was built? Why would they cooperate with the guy who removed Ukrainian aid from the budget? Why would they support the guy who didn't condemn the insurrection? The Republican Party needs to get some discipline and grow up. Why would they vote for someone who went along with impeaching Biden? Edit. From the Washington Post just now. Kevin McCarthy learned a painful lesson. There's a price to pay for helping set fire to an institution and then asking the fire department to come save your office. There is no reason for Democrats to support him. It is a good enough reason. Not my clown, not my circus. Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake. Attorney Jay Kuo put up this explanation earlier today. Before the vote happened, basically the Democrats had three options: save McCarthy's ass, and exact concessions from him. A viable plan, but one that comes with several serious risks. Too much for my summary. But Kuo discusses them, mostly that it associates them with issues they really don't want to be a part of. Vote present instead of yes or no. Every 2 present votes reduces the threshold for a majority for the vote by 1. If enough Democrats would do that, McCarthy could win just on Republican votes to save him. That would sort of absolve them of it. But not really, because it's basically a backdoor to saving him. Same risks as with option 1. Vote whatever the minority leader tells them, given it was unlikely that he would tell them to support McCarthy. That's basically voting against McCarthy, which is what happened. That allows them to essentially tell the Republicans to settle their own internal issues, which is what they ought to be doing anyway. Napoleon said, "Never interfere with an enemy while he's in the process of destroying himself." Single quote. McCarthy kept throwing the Democrats under the bus even after they helped him avoid a government shutdown. McCarthy made a couple of deals with the Dems and then reneged on them. So he wasn't reliable anyway. The Dems have made the calculation that another clown show around electing a new speaker will weaken the MAGAs more them. We'll see if they're right.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.